one on a kind. I'm going down to the river. Oh, don't you wanna come? I sit down at the river. We're gonna have some fun.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millis Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Eutaw, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoor sponsors and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. We live at the Lawless Timber Company, Grampin Hills Outdoor Media Center. It is June the 9th, 2023, 72 degrees outside, sunny with a northeast wind around 3 miles an hour. Be sure to type in WDE40 in the comments if you want to win a pair of tickets to the World Deer Expo. We're giving away a pair of tickets. Kenny Massengill won it last week on this show, and then David Johnson won it Wednesday night on the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. I got a big show for us today. We're going to start out with, I'm going to hook up with the river legend himself, Mr. Hunter Sullivan. He's waiting on me to interview him. We can go fishing. Hey, Hunter, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, BD.
All right, tell us what's going on. You got a lot of stuff going on down there in the River Swamp this weekend. You got the River Swamp, King of the Swamp Frog Tournament Series starting this week. Y'all got a crappie tournament going on tomorrow. Tell us what's going on down there in the Delta this weekend.
Yes, sir. So Dip is putting on the Delta Crappie Series. It will be this will be the second part of that trail this weekend. And it's going to be out of Bates's Lake. So you're going to have a lot of people fishing the Big Bend in Alabama tomorrow morning. And then we got our frog.
Well, now let's talk. Wait, this is the tournament that the championship's going to be on Millis Ferry, right? Am I correct about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
This is Dip McMillan's tournament series, and it's called the Delta Crappie Tournament Series. Am I correct about that?
I think it's Delta Crappie Trail. That's right there.
Yeah, Delta Crappie Trail. Y'all doing some qualifying tournaments down there in the Delta. Then you're going to have your championship up here on Lake Millis Ferry. I think it's in September. I believe I'm right about that. I ought to have a date, but I'm not positive. But anyway, so you'll be up here fishing that, right?
Hey, good Lord willing. I wasn't exactly sure how it works. We got to finish it. You got to win one, or you got to finish in the top 3 and 2. So we finish in the top 3 this weekend. I'll be up there with you.
All right.
Sure.
Well, good luck. What they doing? What are the crappie doing down there in the Delta? Are they?
They are on fire.
Really?
they hammering them right now. I mean, we pre-fished. I'm finna go in a little bit when we get off the phone, but we went last weekend for church, and if you can find a piece of wood, the right piece, I'm telling you, they're stuck like diamonds on it right now. Yeah. That line's supposed to start glowing.
Wow. All right. Well,
Yes, sir.
good luck to you today in your practice fishing. Now let's talk about what you got going on tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. So we're going to do sign up starting at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna get there and get the sponsor banners and all that put up about 6 and everything. Just be ready. But 7, we're going to start doing sign up registration. It'll be $100 per boat per team. I had a lot of people messaging me asking if that was per person. I wouldn't hit nobody that bad on it. So, but no, so it'll be $100 per person. I'm sorry, per boat. And then it can be as many people in the boat as you want, as long as it is legal according to the data hole on your boat.
Right,
So it says
right.
5 on there, you go 5. So, and then weigh in. The deadline to be back at the landing is at 2 o'clock. We're gonna weigh the heaviest 7 frogs, and then also there'll be a payout for a lunker frog also, and that's included in the $100 entry.
All right. Now you can gig them or catch them, right? Either way you want, any way you want to get them, just so you get them in the boat.
Yes, sir.
All
As
right.
long as it's legal. Actually, I had a guy come to the store the other day. He's trying to build him a net. That way they had them, soft mud or something. You can't show no gigging and jabbing down. He found some kind of net.
I've seen
combination
those
he's trying to
nets.
build.
Somebody makes those nets. I've seen those things before, but
I'm
what do you think it's going to take? 7 frogs. What's it going to take to win it? 7 pounds?
I think I'm looking at 7, and if you get a longer, the last year we had a lot of 1-1, 1-2s. I have seen a bunch of skinny frogs right now, though. I think 1-2 or 1-3 is going to take you long. I think 1-2 probably will be the magic number on that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Hunter, but I'm not going to be at the weigh-in at 2 a.m. I'm sorry, but I would appreciate if you send me some pictures and all, and I'll get them when I get up Sunday morning. I'll post them for you.
Yes, so we're gonna do. I'm trying to get a little video going on it, do a little GoProing and all that. So we're gonna try to work on doing that.
Hey, y'all, we're talking to the old river legend himself, Mr. Hunter Sullivan. He owns River Legend Outfitters down in Citronelle, and I have never seen a little store grow as fast as that store grew, Hunter. You are doing really good. Talk a minute about your store, where it is, and what, man, you just, every time I cut it on, you are getting another dealership. You just got a big shipment in from Millennium Marine, all kind of umbrellas and seats and stuff like that. Talk about your business for a minute.
Yeah, so just trying to accommodate people, and you got to know. I mean, the reason I feel like it's doing good is me and my guys that help me up here, we hunt and fish every other day. We know what works. We know what people are going to need and what doesn't work. So that's the main thing we try to get in. If we wouldn't use it, we don't put it in here. And also, I mean, just being loving on everybody. I mean, we try to keep a good relationship with everybody in the community. We even got guys that drive from across the bay to shop with us over here. So I feel like we're doing good on that part.
Well, here's what who have you got running that store? Because every time I talk to you, you either fishing or hunting or frog gigging.
Me and my wife run it right now at the moment. We just hired 2 good hands to help us on a little bit of feed. Because every time we run in the counter, we having some feed and stuff go in and out. But she's going to go out with a baby here soon. So it'll be me. My hunting just decreased heavily for this year. So
I'm going to call you the Joe Allen Dunn of Baldwin County down there, because you kind of like Joe Allen. He don't never work, but he got his brother in the store working all the time. But
hey, somebody's got to do it. Dedication, guys. Dedication.
Well, I tell you what, Hunter, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us this morning. I know. Good luck tomorrow fishing in the tournament, and I hope you qualify to come to Miller's Ferry, and we'll be keeping up with this frogging. Now, this is the first of a series. Am I correct about that?
Yes, sir. The next one will be a trailer tournament. And so Mount Vernon is still the biggest parking lot on this side of the river basin. So we're going to have the sign up and registration weigh-in at Mount Vernon, but you can go anywhere you want to for that tournament. That's the only tournament we're going to do like that. And then the next one we're going to try and put on out of Cliffs Landing as a causeway tournament for some of them guys that like staying on the causeway down here.
Okay. Well, we'll keep up with it. And one more question before I let you go. When are y'all going to have your first Skin and Shed podcast? I've been looking for it every week.
We just done a little bit of playing and a little pre-recording and everything. I got to ask Zach when we're trying to release on that. But we do have recordings live right now. So
Okay.
the release date will be, I'm sure, within the next couple of weeks.
All right. Well, we're really looking forward to seeing it. And once again, tomorrow night, Mount Vernon Landing. Sign up at 7 o'clock. Weigh in at 2 a.m. 7 biggest frogs and the big frog. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow night in the King of the Swamp Frog Tournament Series with the old river legend himself, Mr. Hunter Sullivan. Thank you, Hunter.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Big Daddy.
See you. Well, I tell you what, that young man is got it going on down there in Baldwin and Mobile counties down there in the Mobile Delta, and I've always loved to hook up with him and hear what he's got going on down there. Hey, y'all, be sure to type in WDE40 if you want a chance to win a pair of tickets to the World Deer Expo, and it is going to be something else this year. It is going to be on July the 21st through the 23rd. Hannah Barron and her daddy Jeff's going to be there. Bubba Buck's going to be there. Turtle Man's going to be there. And, of course, Eddie Salter, king of the 10-inch beard, he's going to be there. And I'm going to try to get every one of these guys on this Friday morning show before the expo. So if you want to go, type in WDE40 in the comments, and we will send you there. I do want to wish everybody fishing in the Alabama Crappie Masters State Championship good luck today. They're fishing up on Alabama River and Lake Jordan up there around I think the Wetumpka High School is where they're weighing in and everything. But good luck to all those guys fishing in that tournament today. Got a good crowd on here this morning, Mr. Allen Hudson. Thank you, WD40. It ain't WD40, it's WDE40, Allen, but I'll put you in. Chris Bailey, good morning, my friend. Coming up. Well, I wonder what happened to y'all. I wonder what happened. I hadn't heard from the Birmingham boys in a long time. Good morning, Moody Manus, Jad Hudson, Old Slim, Greg Chant, Tommy D's tuned in, Rusty Godbow. Let me show y'all something. Now, I tell you what, I got kind of mad at Rusty because he let me down a little bit the other day, but I wanted to share this with y'all because Rusty worked his rump off. He was at Bridgeport City Landing at 1 a.m. last Saturday morning to help Kay out at the Alabama Bass Trail 100. And this right here is some pictures I took. Man, you think Miss Kay didn't dress Rusty up? That's Rusty on the left in his ABT gear, and then he's in the middle with the crew. And those crew, they love to work with Rusty. He is part of the Alabama Bass Trail crew, and they always love to work with him when they come to Lake Miller's Fair. That's a good picture of Rusty. And me and Frank McGraw and several of us down there was kind of worried. You know how the circus used to come through town and somebody in the town would always leave with the circus. We were afraid Rusty was going to leave with Kay like folks leave with the circus, but he hung in there with us, and old Rusty did a great job. He worked his rump off Saturday, and I just wanted to share that with everybody because Rusty's on here every morning, and he really did do a good job, and Miss Kay, you can see she dressed him up. All right, let's see. I got a whole lot of stuff to go over. I reckon the biggest news of the week has been all them darn bears, and let me see what all I got here. We're gonna start off with some pictures. This right here was the first one I got. This was a Dallas County bear. And then on up in the week, it was a bear showed up out here by the wood yard, and that was the Grampin Hills bear. And that's a picture of him. That was last week sometimes. And then this week over in Purdue Hill, this is one that got in one of those pig brig traps right there. All these are in Clark County. This was this week. All these bears were spotted in Clark County this week. Those bears, and here's another bear. That's another Clark County bear, and that's the same bear. And then here's another Clark County bear that was spotted this week. These are all this week. But now the best video was taken down there around the Beatrice Lake, and this is it right here. This was down there in Natchez in North Monroe County. He just walking, wandering around. But the one that made the most news, and the one that actually made the Mobile WKRG news, was this one right here that was at the Monroeville Hospital yesterday afternoon, right after lunch. That's the Monroe County Hospital, and that's probably the same bear that was in Beatrice. But, buddy, it has been some bear sightings around here, and what has happened, and I put an article up if you want to go read it. The bears this time of the year, those are young male bears that their mama has kicked out of the nest, and they are roaming right now. They are roaming, looking for a mate, looking for a new home, and they roam all over the darn place. And we have data where they tracked one, I think, from Defuniak Springs, Florida, which is down there on the Florida-Alabama line. That bear went all the way to Lowndes County, and then he went through Selma, then he went through Butler, Sweetwater that way, and ended up down in Coffeyville. And he had a collar on him, and they tracked him, and he was just roaming, and they trapped him and took him back. But yeah, and Tommy D said they're looking for some good dumpster or diving. But my old buddy Daniel Powell, who used to be the director of the Alabama Black Bear Alliance, told me many, many times that for everybody that has a deer feeder out, everybody that has a bird feeder out, a deer feeder and a bird feeder to a bear is a bear feeder. Don't forget that, and the best thing to do if you encounter a bear, if he gets in your feeder, the best thing to do is just take that feeder down, and that bear's not going to stay around long. I promise you that. He's not going to stay around long. All right, we mentioned the ABT 100 came to town the other day, and I did get a chance to fly my drone. I got a couple of drone pictures I want to show you. But first of all, I have got a camera. It's called an Aphetus time-lapse camera. And y'all hear me talk about the ABT crew and how fast they can launch 100 boats at the ABT 100 and 225 boats at the ABT tournament series. It'll be at Cooter's Pond in the morning. So I set that time-lapse camera up at the landing at about 2 o'clock Saturday morning. And now this is a time lapse of how fast those guys put those 100 boats in the water in less than 30 minutes. And this is a time lapse of that. Now, I'm telling you, you can't count them but that right there is some boats going in, and that's why we are so proud of Bridgeport City Landing. You see, they can launch 4 boats at a time, and those guys are down there. And I wish I had a camera to put on where they parked them, because the way they parked them, it looked like the parking lot at the Talladega racetrack. Those ABT guys, that crew does a fantastic job, and that's 100 boats going in mighty, mighty quick. And I did the podcast this week, podcast 221, with Frank Dog Anero, who does the fish care. And it is a great podcast of how they take care of all those fish when they are weighing in. All right, now that was the launch. This is the blast off, and y'all, this is why I am so proud of our Bridgeport City Landing. That right there, you see, it's just a beautiful, beautiful sight. That's the overflow parking right there. And of course, it wasn't but 100 boats. We can easily handle 250, 300 boat tournament, and hope we do get one at the high school. If you notice to the right there, the city of Camden has stepped up. They have gone to another level at Bridgeport City Landing by adding that trailer pad and 50 amp service over there on your right, and I'll show you that at the weigh-in here in a minute. But this was the blast off last Saturday morning at the ABT 100. Now this was before they let them go. They were all staged up, and y'all see what a great tournament facility that Bridgeport City Landing is. Any of you guys want to have a tournament at Bridgeport, I promise you it is no better facility for a 100, 200 boat tournament in the Southeast. I promise you that. And now here's the weigh-in. This right here, that is the new trailer pad, and it's 50 amp service. And that is where all these big tournaments, they bring their own big trailers in. Of course, we had two TV crews there filming the show. And that right there was that is what Bridgeport is for. It's stuff like that. But now this right here is just an amazing drone shot of the weigh-in. It was a great time. It was a little bit hot, but we had a great time. And I also, this week, I got and we need to talk a little bit about the alligator. Registration is open now. And I got this. I got the guys, they go out on the water with the anglerschannel.com to film the TV show. And I told old Ben be looking for me one of them big gators. And he was editing the TV show the other day. And Ben from anglerschannel.com sent me this video he took on Miller's Ferry last Saturday. I promise you that. Gator registration is open. It doesn't cost anything to register. You can go to outdooralabama.com and register if you are a Alabama resident license holder. If you have a lifetime license and have moved out of the state, you can still register with a lifetime Alabama license. Registration does not cost anything. If you are randomly drawn for an alligator tag in any of the zones, you will have to pay a $250 tag fee plus a processing fee. That has changed up a lot this year. So that right there is going on right now. Boy, look at all the folks on here this morning. Jim Andrews is tuned in. I hope you get to enter the jugging contest too, Gary. Let's talk about that. And we need to go over the events. Tomorrow in Demopolis, Alabama, the 2023 West Alabama Team Trail will be in Demopolis, Alabama, and they will be blasting off at Safe Daylight, $200 entry fee. John McAlpin is who you need to call to get your boat number. And then Wednesday in Selma, Alabama, the Selma City Marina, 4 o'clock till dark, $50 entry fee. Call Corey Ingram. They have 15 to 20 boats at that. So some y'all want to do that next Wednesday afternoon. It's kind of a fruit jar tournament at the Selma City Marina. Y'all go call Corey and get hooked up. Now next weekend at Bridgeport City Landing, Maddie will be bringing her Bridgeport Team Summer Series, and that will be a great tournament. They'll be blasting off at Safe Daylight, weighing in at 1 o'clock. And Maddie spent the day with Kay Donaldson and Frank Doganera learning about how to care for those fish in the summertime. I can't wait to see what Maddie learned. And then next week, it's a Major League Juggin going on. That's what Jarrett was talking about a while ago. It will be next week at the Roland Cooper State Park. T-Pier is sponsored by C.T. Ward Power Sports and Dunn Sports. That's where you need to sign up. It will be from day crack 2 p.m. weigh-in at the T-Pier. It's a $25 for each adult. Now, you can have as many people on your team, just like Hunter said a while ago. If you boat a whole 5 people legally, you can have 5 people on the team. $25 per team member. Kids are free. The 25 jug limit with 1 hook per jug. You're weighing in 3 fish. Only one can be over 34 inches. You can launch anywhere, jugs in the water at day crack. All information, go to Dunn Sports, call them or call CT Ward Power Sports. It's going to be a great event next weekend. I'm going to try because I am going to fish it. I'm going to try to do the weigh-in live on my Gettin Outdoors Facebook page. Also, it's not on the flyer, but anybody that wants to get in it, it is a $10 big fish add-on. If you want to throw $10 in for the jackpot per team, that is also going to happen. So if you want to fish and think you're going to catch that big fish and want to throw $10 in the pot, then we'll do that too. But that's next weekend. The Joe Allen's calling it the Major League Juggin Open. Michael Hilly is tuned in. You ought to come get in that jugging contest, Michael. And y'all got a big tournament. I need to get the date. Michael, do you know the date when the Alabama Catfish Series will be at Roland Cooper State Park in July? Because I really need to know. Donna Councilman's on here. Donna, did you see those old pictures I put up from 2013 when you won the big crappie day tournament? I went back and found it. I was doing some research, and that was a great day. Remember, y'all, Guy Wynn, you want one of them tickets, Guy. WDE 40 if you want a chance to win them tickets. Good morning, Mr. Harry Pardon. How you doing? And we got a lot more to go over today. And we got coming up, we got the Grand Marcan Community Neighbor Bank weather forecast. And ain't no telling what other pictures and videos I got for y'all. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. River Legend Outfitters, Citronelle, Alabama, your one stop for all things hunting, fishing, and outdoors. Home of the frogging tournaments. Coast to coast true value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Lofton's Bait Shop on the bypass, your first stop if you're hunting or fishing in Camden, Alabama. Open Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., closed on Sunday for God and family. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's. Outfitters for the serious sportsman. Rack and Reel Sports Grill next to Piggly Wiggly in Camden, home of the all-you-can-eat wings on Thursday night, where anglers and hunters meet for supper. Community Neighbor Bank with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906, bringing you the Gettin Outdoors weather since 2007. The 40th Annual World Deer Expo at the BJCC in Birmingham, Alabama, July the 21st through the 23rd. Buy your discount tickets now at worlddeerexpo.com and be entered for the African Safari giveaway. Plaza Golf Cart Sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa, your easy go superstore. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama. Proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Gettin Outdoors podcast. Harris Farm and Marketplace, Possum Bend, Alabama. Park, Laree, Pip, and Hunter, family-grown, family-owned farm fresh produce. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama. Family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Class Storage on the bypass in Camden, Alabama. Safe, secure storage for that motorhome, boat, or camper. ClassStorageLLC.com. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now let's get back to the live show. All right, everybody, y'all support all them sponsors because they've been sticking with me, I guarantee you. Lou Cobb said he heard some disappointment from several anglers about not being able to get anything to eat in Camden after the tournament last week. I don't know where they were going. I don't know. I was at the Rack and Reel Saturday night, and it was slammed full of ABT anglers, and I think every business in it. I know the Hunter's Run was full, and I don't know about Gaines Ridge or the Mexican restaurant. I don't know, Lou. I don't know. You must have been talking to somebody. Uh, I don't know why they couldn't find somewhere to eat because it was plenty of them in the. I had some conversation with a bunch of them Saturday night at the Rack and Reel in Camden. So that guy's giving you some bad information. Good morning, Mr. Jim Hardy up at Outdoor Friends Forever. Mr. Jim Hardy does a great job with those kids, and he says he is about to start fishing this morning with 15 veterans at Outdoor Friends Forever, and Jim does a great job with those veterans and those special needs kids, and I always like to shout out at him on the show. I got to do another podcast, Jim. We did one time. Woo! Okay, the tournament, the Alabama Catfish Series tournament at Roland Cooper State Park is July the 22nd. That is a night tournament. And I don't know who's going to run it. Is Marshall going to run it, or is Big Bama Brian, or are you going to run it, Michael? I think, I don't know who's going to run it. Oh, Michael said he would fish it, but he's getting mad next Saturday. Well, that's going to be a lot. If you get mad next Saturday, which will be June the 17th, and the tournament ain't till July the 22nd, buddy, you having a mighty long honeymoon. I dang me and you need to talk about that. You need to fish that tournament. Oh, well, Lou, it might have been. Lou said that most of them was before 5 p.m. Well, I know the Hunter's Run or Rack and Reel don't open to 5 p.m., but the Mexican place is open, and Big Bama Bryant's going to run that tournament on the 22nd. Good. Hey, let's go over the Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Karen weekend weather forecast for the weekend of June the 9th through June the 11th, 2023. Today, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Sunny with a high near 89. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 65. North winds 5 miles per hour, becoming east after midnight. Saturday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 92. East winds 5 miles an hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Saturday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 69. South winds 5 miles per hour. Sunday will be a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Sunny with a high near 91. Southwest winds 5 to 10 with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Then Monday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Well, heck, who cares about Monday? We'll all be back at work. That is your Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Karen weekend weather forecast for the Alabama Black Belt, and out in California, it's going to be sunny with a high near 8. It's cooler in California than it is in Alabama. Northwest winds 5 to 10, mostly clear with a low around 58. That's cool, That's sweater weather. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 20. We got the same winds. Thank you, Grandma Karen, and thank the Community Neighbor Bank for always bringing us the weather every week here on the live show. Now, one more thing, and I thought I just about forgot about it, but I know a lot of y'all ask me a lot about all the time about Laura. Laura is working with BASS. She's on the road every weekend. Last weekend, she was in Orange, Texas at Lake Sabine, I believe it was, at a BASS Elite tournament. And I had to beg her for this picture. I think, she has it's some kind of agreement with Bass. You have to be real careful about the pictures that I post that she takes. But somebody took this one to Laura. And this right here, I miss Laura, but I know that she is doing just what she wants to do, and she's right where she wants to be. And that right there is our classic Laura last weekend in Orange, Texas at the BASS Elite Series. There she is on top of the stage taking pictures. And I had to beg her for that picture, but she did send it to me. And I hope she don't mind me sharing it with y'all. But she is doing really, really good, traveling all over the nation with bass. And I'm mighty, mighty proud of Laura, as I know y'all are also. All right, let's see. Yeah, I did. Every time I talk to her, I tell her y'all wanted to come on the show, Thunder. Every time she says she's going to hook up with us one Friday morning. But she goes to those tournaments just about every weekend. I don't know when that tournament season is over. She has to leave on Tuesday, and it goes through Sunday. So she really ain't got time. She's doing really good. She really is, and I'm so proud of her. All right, that's all I got. I went a little over, but everybody had so much to go over. Remember the Gator registration is open. If you want a Gator tag, it doesn't cost anything to register. If you are drawn, it's going to cost you $250. Remember, oh yeah, I want to tell you, Highway 10, the bypass is back open. Highway 28 is still closed, but the bypass is back open. So, good luck to all you guys tomorrow night at the frogging contest down at Mount Vernon Landing. That's going to be a great. I'll have some pictures Sunday morning, I am sure. Next weekend, Maddie will be here with the Bridgeport Summer Team Trail, and we'll also be doing some Major League Juggin next weekend, and it'll be a whole lot of smack talk going on next weekend at the Roland Cooper State Park, and I am going to try to do a live feed at the weigh-in, and if I can get somebody to help me. I tell you, it's hard to get people to do anything nowadays. It's just nobody wants to work, and it's going to be hot. So, but anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Everybody have a great weekend. Remember what I always say, practice safety, safety, safety. Be sure to type in WDE40 in the comments right now, and I will pick somebody to win a pair of tickets to go to the World Deer Expo in July. Safety, safety, safety. Now more than ever, God bless America. And remember what old Big Dad said, get outdoors.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.